Hey Jajasma, how are you doing? I'm doing fine myself. So this week I haven't posted any make money online messages on my page. That's because I had an issue with Wi-Fi. And usually I make my post in the weekend. So because I had an issue with Wi-Fi, I couldn't, arrange or set up my post to be posted during the week. So this Wi-Fi, the electricity tripped last Saturday. And because the electricity tripped, my Wi-Fi said, this relationship between us is over. And even though I tried to reconcile with the Wi-Fi, I tried to restart the relationship, it just didn't want to come back. So I tried, and eventually he even threatened me that if I don't call the internet company, that he's not coming back. So I had to call the internet company, and they came last Wednesday. So since Wednesday, I have regular internet. So Wi-Fi, I have Wi-Fi. So I posted some posts on my page, but those were mainly done via phone. But to upload a video takes more time and more data. I like to do that via my computer, and therefore I need Wi-Fi. And that made me think of something, of this topic. And the topic is the advantages of doing an online business against or versus the disadvantages of a traditional business. There are more advantages of doing an online business versus doing a traditional business. And because of, what I've experienced with the internet, I thought about sharing this topic with you because, yes, an online business is great, it's easy, it's cheap, and you can make money online. But there are also downsides. And it wouldn't be fair if I only promote, yes, do your business online, but I don't tell you about the downside. And one of the downsides is that you're really dependent on the internet. So I list down a few advantages because I feel and I know that there are more advantages versus disadvantages of doing an online business versus having or running a traditional business. So I'm going to start with a list, and if I gag a little, or not gag, that is not the correct word, but if I am a bit hesitant, or if I can come out of my word, remember, English is not my main language, and I'm not a camera person. I'm just learning gradually, and I'm liking it. And yes, that's something aside, but I want to encourage you that if you want to do an online business or if you want to do social media, just start. Just start, and you will see gradually that you get some skills. You learn more and more while you're doing it. There's not a perfect way to start, or a perfect moment, or a perfect time to start. You just need to start. No matter how whack it looks like, remember how stupid it looks like. Your first video might look stupid. Just start. But that being said, let's get on with the list because I don't want to make too long videos because people tend to, scroll through when the videos are too long. I know. So, guys, first thing, let me start with the difference between a traditional business and an online business. I already said that in previous videos, but I just want to go over it because there are new people on the page, and they also need that information, right? So an online business is when you run your business, when you offer your business and your services or products via the internet. And a traditional business, also called a brick and mortar business, is a business that is located somewhere. There's an existing building where there is furniture, electricity, water, etc., etc. That is a brick and mortar business. So, an online business, and today I brought my water with me because every time when I talk or when I do a video, I'm clicking with my tongue. So I want to avoid that. So I'm going to sip on my water. Yes. Let's continue. So, an online business. I'm going to give you some examples of an online business, and that is Uber, Airbnb, Amazon, Booking.com, website. I have my cheat sheet with me. So, guys, when you see me looking the other side, I'm looking at my cheat sheet. Because when you're doing a video, you might forget stuff. So it's better to write it down, and then you have something to fall back on. So that's also another tip, guys. So and websites, Facebook, Instagram, social media, all those are businesses, are online businesses. Even though Uber and Airbnb, Amazon, they might have existing buildings whereby they operate from, or whereby you could go and meet the CEO, because no, they are big and they need more space. They need, administration and everything. They need a warehouse where they can store stuff. But I'm pretty sure that these businesses did not start by having that many buildings. They started online. I know for Amazon, especially for Amazon, that guy only started in his garage with his laptop, computer, and everything, and he just started with Amazon. It was first a bookstore, and then it became the big Amazon like we all know today. So, as I said, you just need to start. The first advantage, setup costs. The setup costs for an online business are way cheaper, are very low, way lower, when you compare them to a traditional business. Because what do you need to pay? You need to look for a location. You need to, when you have a brick and mortar business, you need to look for a location, you need a building, and so on and so on. And you need to pay for all that. So it takes more time, because you need to look for all those things. You need to, make arrangements with a bank. You need to set a contract, if you're going to rent, set a contract with owners, and maybe do some more stuff. It takes more time and more money, because if you're going to buy a piece of land, you're going to need to pay for the land. You need to pay for construction, and setup costs for an online business. It's easy, and it's done in a matter of hours. You can start with a Facebook, because that's the best place to start your online business, guys. You just need to set up a Facebook page, or Instagram page, or any other social media page, and you're good to go. You start offering your products and services. And some people also open a website, but even that, it might take longer. I'm recording. It might take longer, but setting up a website, if you compare it to a traditional business, it is far easier, cheaper, and it takes less time. Okay, and you don't need a lot of persons. Even if you're not tech savvy, you could just set up your own Facebook page in minutes. If you just read a little bit, if you go and do some research, you could just set up your Facebook page within hours. As for, did I address everything about the setup for a online business and a traditional business? So the setup cost is higher for a traditional business versus an online business, and it takes more time. One other thing that I need to address with setting up a traditional business. I already mentioned that you need to look for land, you need a building. Even if you're going to rent, you need to paint the building, because you need to set up the building in a way that suits or meets your needs. It needs to cater to your customers, to the business that you are going to provide to your customers. So you probably will do some painting, you need to do some remodeling, you need to buy furniture to furnish that building. So that is what I wanted to address. Those are some extra costs coming with setting up a traditional building. And of course, this takes also money. So you need a higher budget to set up a traditional business. Second, maintenance costs. The maintenance costs of an online business. Are there maintenance costs? There are no maintenance costs, especially when you're first starting out. What do you need? If you start out with Facebook is free, Instagram is free, Even websites are free. I already mentioned it several times that there are free website hosting services. Setting up a website is free. You just need to drag and drop pictures, set up your website, and you're good to go. There's no cleaning involved. You might need to clean up your laptop, or might need to, do some rearrangement of your files on your computer, or bring your computer in for some fixing and cleaning up, but that's it. With a traditional business, a brick and mortar business, you'd have way more higher or more maintenance costs, because you need to pay for electricity again, water. You need to pay the rent if you're renting. You need to pay mortgage if you purchase the land and or have a mortgage right now. You need to pay the mortgage. You need to pay for cleaning supplies, because you need to clean the building, right? So guys, you need to pay for, maybe if a door hinge is broken, if a tap is broken, all that needs maintenance and it takes money. So again, an online business, maintenance for an online business is way cheaper than maintaining a traditional business. Another thing, operating your online business. Operating your online business can be done anywhere at any time. Even if you go to the beach, I experienced that. I went outside. I went out with my kids and family and friends, and you could just operate your business from anywhere, anytime. You could stay in contact with your clients. With a traditional business, you need a set building, because customers need to be able to find you. You have set opening hours. You cannot open 24 hours. And if you do open 24 hours, because that is possible, you need manpower, because you cannot run your business. You alone cannot run a 24-hour business by being on that location. You need some rest. You need you need to keep your family life at a certain level. So you cannot operate a traditional business from any time and any place. You cannot operate that like that. You cannot operate your traditional business 24 hours alone, and you cannot operate it from anywhere. If you have assistance, you could be somewhere and give directions, but you need someone on that specific location so customers can come and meet you at a specific time. Sorry, I'm clicking with my tongue again. I promise that I won't be doing that anymore. Another thing, sipping some water. An online business, it's automated. You can literally set up your online business so it can run. As I told you guys, in the weekend, I arrange for my posts to be scanned, and I schedule them to appear every day at a certain time. It's fully automated. I just need to come back later and check how are my advertisements doing, how is everything running as it should, But if you operate your business, if you operate a traditional business, you cannot fully automate it. Yes, at a certain point you will need to automate it, but especially when you start out, you cannot fully automate it. And even if you do, you need someone to supervise it. You need someone to supervise it at the complete the total opening hours at the time of opening, because there should be someone overseeing the business operation. Because if something goes wrong, you need to be able to correct it. That is not the case with an online business. It's fully automated, and you can come back at a later time to check on how the business is running. So that's another advantage of an online business. And those are pretty much all the advantages that I wanted to give to you guys. The advantages of an online business versus a traditional business. As I already mentioned, one of the downsides, because I'm sure that there are more, but one of the downsides is that you are really dependent on the internet. And if your internet goes down, man, everything stops. Everything stops. So you are dependent on the internet. That's one downside. I'm sure that there are more advantages and also more disadvantages. I didn't come up with all of them, otherwise the video would be too long. So you guys, you could just comment in the comments or send me the messages as you are used to. So that's it for today, my Jajasma. Remember, you can do everything you set your mind to. Okay? Bye for today.